I'm never signing out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hockey Field. It is senior night, the final regular season home game for the Caruthersville Tigers. I'm Jeremy Abrams. You're listening to the Boot Hill Sports Network. Of course, I'm joined alongside with Charlie Duckworth behind the scenes, running the camera, commercials, and all that you don't see. We got ourselves a good one tonight. Tigers come in at 7-1, conference champions, running the table, going 5-0 in the conference, SEMO South. And they're taking on the 5-3 Dragons. This team is nothing to wave off. They've played some very tough games this season with their only 3 losses. And this is saying something, coming against St. Vincent, Valley Catholic, and Central Park Hills. Those are 3 powerhouses in the state of Missouri. The other 5 games, all winners for the Dragons. As the Tigers are getting ready to take the field. Seniors, we talked to them on Wednesday night at the coaches show. They're ready for this night. You see the smoke at the entrance. That can only mean one thing. And I'm sure you'll hear in the background PA announcer Thomas Guest introducing the 2024 SEMO South Conference champion Caruthersville Tigers. I know the cheerleaders are ready. I'm ready. Charlie's ready. Here we go.
All right, Tiger fans, it's time for some Friday night football under the lights of Hockey Field. I got the chills for this one, baby. It's been about 6 weeks since we've done this. It's senior night, and your Tigers are coming into this one with a record of 7-1. They're still ranked number 7 in the state of Class 2. And in case you missed it last week, they're your SEMO South Conference champions. Tiger fans, get on your feet. You know what time it is. Give it up for your Tigers. Let's go, boys!
And here they come. Slowly, all as one, the Caruthersville Tigers. You heard it, number 7 in Class 2. Leading off with the American flag and, of course, the Tiger flag. I got goosebumps up and down right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hockey Field on their feet. They're loud and proud here in Caruthersville for senior night. And a beautiful ceremony before the game. I'm sure a lot of you in attendance for that. If not, all the seniors, of course, were joined in all their accolades from high school as the Dragons take the field. They'll be in the gray and white with the green numbers tonight. Again, the Dragons come in with a record of 5-3. Caruthersville 7-1, number 7 in Class 2 in the state, and SEMO South Conference champions. But this game still means a lot. Yes, the playoffs are right around the corner, but this is senior night. When talking to the seniors on the coaches show at Little Pizza Heaven on Wednesday night, they're fired up. This is not their last and final game at Hockey Field. This is their last as a senior. And now we will listen to the national anthem and the invocation as I step aside.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful night of high school football. We thank you for our senior players and cheerleaders and their families that were honored tonight. We thank you for the coaches, the players, and fans from both teams. And we pray tonight that as the game is played, you'll keep the players from serious injury. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
So an absolutely wonderful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. And now it'll be time for the captains to meet midfield. With 5 minutes remaining before the kickoff, we're going to listen to a couple of our fine sponsors, and then we'll be back. I'll announce the captains, and then we'll have kickoff. We'll be right back on the Boot Heel Sports Network.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Caruthersville tradition.
Life is a balancing act, but banking doesn't have to be. First State Community Bank's new digital banking fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, putting you in control of your finances more conveniently than ever, so you can bank on your terms and your time. With credit monitoring, card controls, and sharing tools all at your fingertips, it might be time to celebrate. With First State Community Bank, banking is always in motion. Simplify your life and explore our digital banking today. We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Great food and electrifying atmosphere and entertaining people. Come on down to Home Plate Bar and Grill, located at 1710 State Highway 84 in Hayti, Missouri. No matter if it's high noon or closing time, it's never too late to slide in to Home Plate.
And captains are about to meet at midfield.
And now, your Tiger captains for tonight's contest. Starting offensive and defensive linemen.
I'll follow
Number
Thomas.
60,
I'm sure you can
senior
hear
Kenyon
Bogan, big number 60. Known him a long time. Great kid.
And linebacker number 55.
55, he leads the entire area in tackles as he eclipsed the 100 mark last Saturday against Portersville. Senior captain. They call him All-State for a reason. Jamonte Alexander and senior starting quarterback Ryan Guest. Captains for the Dragons. Luke Ferranto. Elijah Bennett. I don't believe he'll play tonight. He's in street clothes, but he's still a captain. Senior Avery Dippold and senior Jacob Schweigert. Your captains for the Dragons.
Introducing the press box crew, the scoreboard operator and sound guy, Randy Guest, the Tiger filmer, Paula Guest, and the guy you're listening to right now, the public address announcer, Thomas Guest.
So, there are your announcers, they're your captains. Let's see what we have on the coin toss.
For tonight's contest,
It looks like
the one and only Jared Kimball.
the Tigers have won the toss and elected to receive. Tigers will go on offense first, and the Dragons will kick it off. We're still about 90 seconds away from the start of this game. So we'll take one more short timeout, a 30-second timeout. Charlie, can you take us away?
Hey, if you're doing the jailhouse rock and would much rather be having a house party, you can call Moss Bell Bonds at 573-359-4935 or 573-333-2916. They're available 24 hours a day. Also having a payment plan and credit cards accepted. You can make bail 1 minute from jail. Freedom loss, call Moss.
We're ready for kickoff. And it says on my roster, 0 kicking off. I don't have a 0 on the roster. So we're gonna say number 0, the donut, will be kicking off. Back to receive for the Tigers, Sammy Bryant, Jermonte Alexander, and you can't forget about Josiah Lockridge. They're the deep backs. The question is, each and every week, will they kick to him? The rumor has gotten around the state that most teams have not, and we've seen our fair share of onside kicks as well. And here we go. The clock is at 0. That means put 12 more minutes on there, and we're ready for Friday Night Lights in Caruthersville.
Here we go, Tiger fans.
And here it comes. Kick, line drive down the middle. This will be taken by Lockridge. Lockridge to the right side. Now he's going to cut it back up the middle. Big tackle inside the 25-yard line. So the Dragons is not scared of kicking it deep. Lockridge with a short return as he tried to take it to the left. And the Tigers start on first down midway through their own territory. And we'll see what kind of offense the Tigers will set up with. Looks pretty standard. Guest in the shotgun. He's got Sammy Bryant. There he is, leading rusher after a 238-yard performance last week. On the first play, in motion. And the snap. Coming to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet is Sammy. He gets to the 29 and he's taken down.
Sammy Bryant breaks the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
You will not see him go down on the first tackle. If you do, it's very, very rare.
Down 2nd and 3.
So a 7-yard gain on the run by Bryant. When we're underway as the Tigers drive. 2nd and 3 coming up. Again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Boot Hill Sports Network. As Guest lines him up, he's got 2 backs with him and 3 wide. Guest in the shotgun. Handoff, this time to Monte. Monte goes to that right side. Breaks off 1 tackle, and he's got room down the right. Monte got a block in front of him now, 1 man to beat, and he beats him now. Drug down from behind as he gets down to the 30-yard line. That shows the speed of the Dragons, but more importantly, that showed the drive by Monte. Unofficially about a 33-yard carry. And the Tigers are right at the 30-yard line of the Dragons as they look to score first. They've done that in 6 of the 8 games they've played thus far. On first down from the 30. Snap. It's a direct snap. And it's taken to the left side by Monte. Ball comes out. The Dragons say they have it. Fumble on the play, and it's St. Genevieve football. Ball popped out right at the end of the run. Monte is a little slow to get up. But he's on his own feet. He's all right. But the Tigers turn it over with 10:35 here in the first quarter. A fumble, and the Dragons go on offense for the first time. Now we'll see how the Dragons set it up. Looks like the quarterback is Luke Ferranto. He'll be in the shotgun. Double motion as they bunch him up all to the left side. Snap goes out to Ferranto. He's going to take it himself. He's got blockers in front of him, and he'll make it up to about the 30. Gain of about 5 on the play.
Luke Ferranto on the carry. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
So it brings up 2nd and 5, the junior quarterback, Luke Ferranto. This time he's got 2 wide receivers and 1 in the backfield. Another man in motion. This time he gets the handoff. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw it deep down the field, throws it short, but coming back to get it is that number 0. The ball was underthrown. Dominguez and Bryant were back there, and there was a penalty, a hold. That'll go against St. Genevieve, moving them back 10 yards.
Tigers are going to elect to accept the penalty. It'll be a 10-yard loss.
So I've just been given the name of Zero, so it looks like he'll be a factor in this game, not just kicking. He was the wide receiver that threw the ball, and now we've got another flag before the snap. It is a false start against the Dragons. They're going backwards. The Tiger fans love it.
Push them back another 5 yards. Second down, 2nd and 20.
So it is now a 2nd down and forever. Still in the first quarter, no score. Dragons have found the penalty bug, holding and a false start. Ferranto looks to pass, throws to the outside low, but is picked up by his receiver. He is hit at the 20, for a short gain.
The pass is complete. Number 11.
That was completed to Devin Fly, the wide receiver out to the left. It was a low pass.
Gain of about 6.
Lucky for the Dragons, it did not hit the ground, but it's 3rd and 13, and the Tigers are looking for a big stop here. Looks like Ferranto and the Dragons are comfortable throwing the ball. We've seen a wide receiver pass and a quarterback pass out of the shotgun. So now all alone is Ferranto in the backfield. He sends Otten in motion and then sends him back. Ferranto looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. Ferranto gets rid of it, and he's just going to throw it to the sidelines, and incomplete. Made the right move with 3 red jerseys led by Sammy Bryant, and that brings up 4th and long. A quick 3 and out, and we'll expect a punt here by St. John.
Eligible man downfield on the Dragons. I'm sure the Tigers will decline that penalty.
Another flag against St. John, but this one will be declined. There was an illegal man downfield. Tigers will decline and keep the 4th and 13. And Germonte seems to be okay as he goes back to receive. Handling the punt is one of those wide receivers we just mentioned, Devin Fly.
Number 11, Fly, back to receive.
Monte standing right at midfield at the 50-yard line. So a 3 and out by the Dragons after the turnover. Delayed punt, it's off, it's a good one. It's going to take a bounce as they kicked away from Germonte. Dragon bounce all the way down to the 39-yard line back into Tiger territory. So a good punt by Fly, but the Tigers defense holds up, plus a couple of penalties by the Dragons, and now the Tigers are back on offense at their own 39-yard line. Just into the first quarter, no score. It is senior night here at Hopkey Field. I'll get to those seniors as we progress through the game. It's now one of those seniors, Guest, back in the shotgun. Takes a snap and hands it off. This is Sammy. Sammy looking for a seam to the right, and he'll get a solid gain all the way up to the 45-yard line, or maybe the 44. We'll call it a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Tigers.
Tackled by 63. I got his name right the first time. I'm not going to try to announce it again.
See, the tackle was by Jacob Schweigert, one of the captains. Now on 2nd and 5. Guest takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Ryan, now he's going to tuck it down. Does get rid of it, and it's complete on the outside. Still fighting for yardage as a receiver. I think the ball came out again, but it came out. It was to Sammy. He fumbled, and the Tigers did recover it. So they catch a break and get a 1st down. Just across midfield, just a foot into Dragon territory. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers, 7:51 remaining in the first quarter, as the Tigers now look to get on the board first. They fumbled on their opening possession, but the Dragons could do nothing with it. Now a fresh set of downs. Guest, pitch, comes to the outside. That's Germonte. Germonte breaks off of a tackle. He'll get a couple on the play, but not much. There's a flag on the play. It is a holding against the Tigers.
That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 20.
That'll push the Tigers back. So they were calling for a chance of rain tonight. Don't think that's going to happen, but it's already started raining yellow here at Hopkey Field. Penalties on both teams. Just 4.5 minutes into this game. Tigers are lining up on 1st and 20. Guest gets his call from the sidelines. He's going to spread them out with 4 wide. And Brian in the backfield. Handoff goes to Sammy. Sammy, he breaks off the first tackle. He's trying to get some room, still on his feet, and finally wrestled down as he gets across the 40 to the 46. It'll be a gain of 5 yards. As Tigers try to get back to midfield and back into Dragon territory. Tackle made there by Castorena.
Second down, 2nd and 15.
So it was a gain of 5, 2nd and 15. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. I don't know where quota came from. First quarter. Tigers with 5 wide. Guess. Well, the Tigers don't like what they see. And they will call a timeout. That's the first timeout taken. And that means we'll step aside and do the same thing. There's 6:52 remaining in the first quarter. No score on senior night. Final regular season game for both teams. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on the Boot Heel Sports Network.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
So the Tigers take their first timeout with 6:52 remaining in the first quarter. And Thomas, the PA announcer, makes a great point. A shout out to the Chain Gang. They do such a great job for the Tigers. Now Guest in the shotgun. He's going to throw one deep. There's holding on the play, that's for sure. Pass is incomplete. No flag on the play. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear the reaction in the backfield. I mean, literally, the St. John defender stretched out the jersey.
No flag on the play. 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
So no flag on the play. The pass was intended for Monte. The defender had all kinds of jersey. You can go back and watch it on tape. I mean, you can see the jersey stretched out by a yard. But no penalty. 3rd and 15 for the Tigers. Gass is looking to throw again. He does throw. Just off the fingertips of Trayshawn Mays. And I'll bring up 4th down. I'll tell you, Charlie, I'm surprised about that. As much yellow as we saw. That one was the most blatant penalty I've seen tonight. But no call. Yeah, it very, as Charlie said, probably the most blatant penalty of the season, but no call on it. And what are you going to do besides, it looks like punt, as Hudgens has come into the game for the first time. So the Tigers will go 3 and out. And help, they had a holding penalty in that drive as well. So here comes Hudgens' punt. It's up and it's a beaut. High arcing kick. It's taken at the 26-yard line. And the returner man breaks off one tackle and is drugged to the ground. That was Bigham on the tackle.
Let's get a flag out. Hudgens punt. A pretty good one.
Hudgens got that kick down to the 26-yard line. It was returned. They're going to spot the ball. Yeah, it was Demarion Rogers, as we know him as Bigham. And the return man didn't see the number on it. He did return it out to the 41-yard line, and that's where the Dragons take over. No score with 6:32 remaining in the first quarter. This is the Dragons' second offensive drive. They went 3 and out on the first one. And this time it will be a handoff to the running back. That goes to Justin Schweigert, the junior running back. He'll get to about, well, just across the 45, no, excuse me, at the 43-yard, 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. That was the first carry by the game, by Justin Schweigert. And it looks like he'll be the main back, the feature back, like just a junior. And so is their quarterback, Ferranto. This is a young team, only higher places to go. On the snap, on 2nd and 8, handoff. Goes right back to him. It'll be another gain of 2. Looked like Jackson Napier in on the tackle. Dominguez on the play before that. So it's 3rd and 6. Tigers need another stop as the ball is at the 44-yard line. 3rd and a long 6. Schweigert on back-to-back carries. They're going to call it 3rd and 7 officially. So the Tigers looking for a stop. Man in motion. And looked like a man jumped early, but there's no call. That pass is overthrown. Pass all the way down to the 35-yard line. He had a man open, did Schweigert, but it falls incomplete, and it brings up another 4th down, another 3 and out by the Dragons. So back to kick again is on. Back to receive. Germonte. High kick, a little shorter this time. They're just going to let it bounce. And it takes another Dragon bounce. A good, but this is going to get inside the 20-yard line. And it will be down at about the 17-yard line. So a big punt by Otten. Tigers back on offense. That's 3 consecutive punts now after the Tigers opened the game fumbling the ball as they got into Dragons territory. But each team has exchanged punts, and now the Tigers are back deep in their own territory. Here's a handoff. Goes to the right side looking for room, but there's nothing there. As St. John sniffs that one out. Finally a whistle's blown. They're going to say no gain on the play. Well, excuse me. We'll call a loss. Loss of 2 on the play.
Looks like maybe a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
Loss of something. Either way, it's 2nd and long. Tigers again deep back in their own territory. Guest sends Monte in motion. He gets the handoff. He's going into the outside looking for room. He's going to be tackled by 2 Dragons. Looked like the first one to get to him was Madden Walk.
I believe that was 73, Madden Woke on the tackle.
Woke, excuse me. Small print on these rosters. Thought it was an A. It's an O. Madden Woke on the tackle. So it brings up 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Neither team can get much going on offense. Guess with 2 men in the backfield. It's a pitch. It goes out to Monte. Monte looked like he thought about throwing it. Now he tucks it down and he's going to run it. Germonte, he's tackled by a host of Dragons. Not much of a gain on the play. It will bring up 4th down. Gain of about 4 on the play. And Hudgens back in to punt again. So this will be the 4th consecutive punt here in the first quarter. No score. Hudgens had a good one the first time. It was returned for 14 yards. Tigers with a late sub in. That's Donzel Foster checking in. Here's the kick from Hudgens. It's a good line drive. It'll be taken just across midfield. And here comes the return. He slips off of 1 tackle. He's going to get to the 40. Big flag comes flying in as he's tackled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. But we'll check the flag. Looked like a block in the back, but we'll check it. There was a return of 15 yards for St. John. But again, there was a flag on the play. It's a personal foul.
Personal foul, blindside block.
Blindside block that goes against St. John.
On the Tigers.
Oh, excuse me, that was against the Tigers. And it looks like,
Personal foul, blindside block on the Tigers.
and there is an ejection.
There is an ejection.
One of the Tigers was ejected for a blindside block. We have not seen this all season long, folks. This is unbelievable. I haven't got confirmation yet of which player it has been, but you can rest assured the Tigers are not going to be happy about this. And this is just a little bit unheard of, because that was a personal foul against the Tigers. Normally you have to have 2. So this is going to give the Dragons great field position. Trying to get a little clarification. Okay. I'm getting told by the press box there was a punch thrown, and that is an immediate automatic ejection. Now we're going to have a false start against the Dragons as they set up down at the 20-yard line. So
Just to clarify a while ago, it wasn't a blindside block. It's something a little worse than that, and that's why we had the ejection.
So the ejection was Jermaine Caruthers. He will not play the rest of the game. That's the Tigers kicker. Apparently doing something you can't do is he threw a punch. Now a quarterback keeper gets across the 20 and into the red zone. He'll get back after the penalty. It looks like gain of about 12 yards. It'll bring up second and short, second and about 6. Truss in on the tackle for the Tigers. So the Dragons, after a major penalty against the Tigers, second and 5. This time it is a handoff that goes to Schweigert. Schweigert cuts it back up the middle, and it looks like it'll be enough for a first down. Right around the 10-yard line, and it is. So that'll bring up first and goal for St. Genevieve, as there is no score, 1:41 remaining in the first quarter. Something we have not seen in a long, long time. So now Schweigert is going to hand it off to, Schweigert gets the handoff. He doesn't want to go down. He's fighting for it. He's finally going to be wrestled down after a gain of 5. That'll bring up second and goal. Justin Schweigert took the handoff from Luke Ferranto. And second and goal from the 5-yard line. Dragons are threatening. We know what the Tigers can do inside the 5-yard line. They came up with one of those stops last week on 4th and goal from the 1-inch line. That's not too much to ask for again now, is it? Second and goal from the 5. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter. Still no score, but the Dragons are threatening. This time, under center is Ferranto. Hands off right up the middle. Big hit. And he goes nowhere. That'll bring up 3rd and goal.
You know who it is, 55 Dominguez on the stop.
Yeah, you don't even have to say it. Oscar Dominguez with a big hit. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, so the Dragons have 2 more shots to punch this in. The Tigers looking for the stop. This is 3rd and goal. It'll be from the 4-yard line, so they will call it a gain of 1. But this is going to run us out to the end of the first quarter. So we've seen a little bit of defense, unfortunately, an ejection. But that's part of the game. When you do something wrong, you're going to pay the price for it. And so far, the Tigers have no scores. We end the first quarter. Charlie's going to take us to a commercial break from a couple of our fine sponsors. When we come back, Dragons are driving. They've got 4 yards to go. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4 on the Boot Hill Sports Network.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville and at 511 East Ham in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Caruthersville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
This first quarter, the St. Genevieve Dragons have the ball at the 4-yard line. They've got 4 yards to go, 2 plays to get there. It's 3rd and goal. Back in the shotgun. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He goes straight up the middle. He's drugged down. He got into the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons. Dragons strike first, 6 seconds into the second quarter. And it is 6-0 St. Genevieve, as they strike first after a good return on the punt and a penalty against the Tigers that put them deep into Tiger territory, and the running game did the rest. And it looks like the Dragons will attempt the one-pointer, the PAT. So used to seeing other schools in the area go for 2 every time, but St. Gen has Otten back there to kick. There's a snap. It's a good one. Kick is up, and it is good. That tacks on 1. And with 11:54 remaining in the first half, the Dragons strike first. It's 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, would you like your own slice of heaven? You can do that at Little Pizza Heaven in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or have it delivered. You can call 573-333-0490 or go by and see Christy and the gang at 503 Ward Avenue, Caruthersville, Missouri. A Caruthersville tradition.
All right, if you're just joining us, St. Genevieve took advantage of a punt and a penalty. They had just under 20 yards to go, and they made it to the end zone. They score first. It is 7-0. Dragons on top as Houghton gets ready to kick it off. Lockridge, Alexander, and Bryant back deep to receive. Last time it went to Lockridge. Here's the kick. This time it's a squib kick, short, and it's taken by DeMarion Rogers. Rogers will get to almost to midfield as he's stopped at the 48-yard line of the Tigers. So Bigham gets his first kickoff return of the season. And the Tigers have 52 yards to go to match the score by the Dragons. 11:49 remaining here in the first half. It'll be Guest in the shotgun. Now he sends Lockridge in motion to join him in the backfield. Handoff, though, goes to Sammy Bryant. Sammy to the left side, breaking off a tackle. Still on his feet. Goes down the sidelines. Finally wrestled down across the 40-yard line. Not just into Dragon territory, but inside the 40. But there is a flag on the play. Great run by Sammy Bryant, but we'll check the flag. Holding against the Tigers. That's going to push them back from the spot of the foul.
Going to be from the 46-yard line. It'll still be first down.
So with the accepted penalty from the spot. So that'll make it 1st and 14. As because of the run, it just moves the Tigers back 4 yards. This time, handoff goes back to Sammy. He's going to cut it back up the middle. He gets across midfield, still on his feet. Forward progress should have him out to about the 47-yard line. Finally, a whistle. But this official here, the closest one to me, got it right. He got up to the Dragons' 47-yard line.
Into Dragon territory at the 47-yard line. Second down, second and about 6.
So a solid run of 8 yards by Bryant to try to get the Tigers some kind of momentum behind them right now. After the course of the actions of the last drive, seeming just a little bit flat. They can turn that around in a heartbeat. Here's Guest out of the shotgun. Handoff. It goes right up the middle again. Still on his feet. Breaking tackles is Germonte. Alexander still going across the 35 to the 32-yard line. Germonte's going to get a first down for the Tigers. He refused to go down. That's going to fire up the cheerleaders and hopefully this crowd a little bit as the Tigers trail 7-0 early into the second quarter. Once again, we thank you for joining the Boot Heel Sports Network. Myself, Jeremy Abrams, and Charlie Duckworth. So far, a tight game. Right now, advantage Dragons 7-0. But on first down from the 32-yard line. Lockridge in motion. Pitch goes back to Sammy. Sammy's looking for blockers in front of him. Now he's going to cut it back and come to the other side. Here comes Sammy to the 30. Sammy to the 25, the 20. One man to beat, and he's going to go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Sammy took that to the left and said, cut it back, made a counter move, and got all the way to the 15. Tigers in the red zone for the first time tonight.
Spotted at the 16. It's another 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Call it the 16-yard line, so the Tigers can get another first down. Should they get to the 6-yard line or further, trailing 7-0. Tigers have found a little bit of life now. Again, that run was supposed to go to the left. A lot of white jerseys over there, and the speed of Sammy, he took it to the long side of the field for a big run. Now a pitch goes out to Germonte. Germonte looking to go to the left side towards the sidelines. He's wrapped up, but breaks off of a tackle. It'll take 3 Dragons to bring him down. A solid run by Germonte. We'll see where they spot it. Right to the 10-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 6. Should bring up 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. So the tough running that we've seen all season long, Sammy Bryant and Germonte Alexander that time. It is Guest in the backfield. He's going to send out 4 wide receivers. Germonte stays in the backfield. Guest in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it back to Monte. Monte right up the middle, puts the head down. He'll get to the 5 and should be another first down. And that will bring up 1st and goal for the Tigers. This drive started at the 48-yard line. Now the Tigers have it down 1st and goal. Right at the 5-yard line. It'll be interesting to see who handles the kicking duties for the Tigers from here on out. So on 1st and goal, Guest goes under center. Hand off to Sammy. Sammy breaks off a 1 tackle. He's fighting to the end zone. Bryant, touchdown, Tigers! 5-yard scamper by Sammy Bryant. And that ignites this crowd. 7-6 now. Five-yard run by Sammy Bryant. And the Tigers are on the board with 9:03 remaining in the first half. It looks like the Tigers will line up to go for 2 and take the lead. Guest in the shotgun. Handoff went out. Still going, but he's going to come up just shy. Didn't see who got the pitch. But either way, it's no good. Yeah, there was something wrong with the snap, but either way, a 5-yard touchdown. The Tigers are on the board. They're going to trail by 1 with a failed 2-point conversion. 9:03 remaining in the first half. We got ourselves a ball game here at 7-6 St. John, and we'll be back right after this.
Life is a balancing act, but banking doesn't have to be. First State Community Bank's new digital banking fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, putting you in control of your finances more conveniently than ever, so you can bank on your terms and your time. With credit monitoring, card controls, and sharing tools all at your fingertips, it might be time to celebrate. With First State Community Bank, banking is always in motion. Simplify your life and explore our digital banking today.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
So the question's been answered. Replacing Caruthers on the kickoff will be Donzel Foster.
For the Tigers, number 23, Donzel Foster.
Foster's kick is a good one. Deep line drive. It'll bounce across the 20, bounces up in the air, and will be picked up. Now the return man, he's not going anywhere. Tigers swarm him at the 19-yard line. No gain on the return with an even 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. After the Caruthersville touchdown, 2-point conversion, no good. It is a 1-point lead by the Dragons, but they are deep in their own territory at the 19. Again, we are at senior night at Hopkey Field. So we'll see how the Tigers defense answers after their own touchdown. Ferranto back into the shotgun. Schweigert right next to him. Ferranto's looking to pass. Can't find anything. Now he's going to tuck it down and take it himself. Ferranto's got room. Oscar Dominguez in pursuit. Ferranto is going to just take it out of bounds after a solid run. Tigers were in pursuit but could not catch up to Ferranto, who tucked it down and finally run up 25 yards by the quarterback. And that'll move the ball all the way up to the Dragons, looks like 36-yard line. Ferranto, man in motion. Low snap, but a handoff. It goes to the outside, that's Fly. Fly will get to the 40, and he is taken down. Well, like Dominguez and Kenyon Bogan, first one to get to him, and Trayshawn Mays. So second and 6 now after a 4-yard gain. Ball is at the 40-yard line. Tigers defense looking for something. Looks like they're going to have a shift to the right side. Everyone's on the right side for Ferranto. He's looking to pass. Here come the Tigers. Ferranto's going to go deep. He's got a man open. That's Fly. He overthrows him. Devin Fly found himself open around the 20-yard line, but under pressure, Ferranto let that one go. A pass that would have been about 40 yards had Fly made the catch, but it fell incomplete over his hands. That brings up third down, 3rd and 6 for the Dragons. So if you wondered about the arm of Ferranto, there's your answer. He's got a cannon as he unleashed that one for over 40 yards as he was under pressure in the backfield. Good job by the line to not let the Tigers get back there. 3rd and 6. Here we go. Ferranto, quick pass to the right. You got a man, and it goes off of his hands, in and out of the hands of Wyatt Green, and that'll bring up 4th down. Fourth and 6. Jermonte will go back expecting a punt. Fly back to kick.
4th down, 4th and 6.
For the Dragons. So a big defensive stop there, unless we see any kind of trick play here. And a flag before the ball was snapped. Ball start Now you can probably don't worry about the trickery now, as that'll move the ball back 5 yards. It'll be 4th and 11 instead of 4th and 6. So Jermonte will take 5 steps up as well. He'll be looking to receive this one should they, and Lord, we hope they kick it to him. Here comes the snap. Kick is nearly blocked, but it's a good one. Jermonte's going to let it bounce as 2 Dragons got down there. Takes a Tiger hop to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will take over on offense. Great job by the defense to get that ball back. Now it's time to get the lead. 7:47 remaining in the first half. We got ourselves a ball game. 1 point separates these two talented teams. Dragons coming in at 5-3. Tigers 7-1. So it'll be Guest in offense. He's in the shotgun. He's going to send Lockridge in motion. And he's going to hand it off to Sammy. Sammy to the left side. Sammy up the middle, and he's tripped up. I'll tell you what. Sammy was gone had somebody reached out there and got his ankle. That's about the only way you can bring down Sammy Bryant, because he was looking at the house. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It was a first down run, 14 yards by Sammy Bryant. The burst of speed, once he got that handoff, it was a delayed handoff. Worked to perfection for the Tigers and Guest. Now on 1st and 10, Tigers looking to get across midfield. There's a snap. Handoff going to the right side this time. He's hit. It breaks off 2 tackles and spun down is Bryant in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 2. Broke off 2 initial tackles. Myers on the tackle for the Dragons. And it's 2nd and 12 with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. I'd say the Dragons have done their homework on how to tackle Sammy Bryant. Looks like he'll head to the sidelines for a breather. So Jermonte will join Guest in the backfield. Guest has trips to the left. 1 wide receiver out to the right to the short side. That's Keyston Clowers. Here's the snap. Guest looking to throw. He's going to dump it off to Jermonte. Jermonte hitting the backfield. He's still fighting, but he's going to get no gain on the play. Actually, a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd and long, as that just did not work. Looked like they were trying to set up a screen, but the Dragons sniffed it out. 3rd and 18 now. After a loss, about 5.5 on that play. So the Tigers need a big one here, or it'll probably be time to punt again. There's a snap. Yes, he's going to throw one. Throws it deep. He's looking, and there was contact. And a flag comes in late. I didn't think they were going to throw that one, but it came in late. That will be a pass interference. And yeah, I am one to judge. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you folks. I think that one may have been coaxed in by the fans, because it was obvious that pass was intended for Tyrone Hopkins. No, excuse me, that's the wrong name. That was Quan McVeigh back there, and he was definitely contacted by the Dragons' number 15, Brody Woke. So now 3rd and 2 after the penalty. Guest goes under center. And they got him to jump. That'll be an offsides against the Dragons, and that means 1st and 10 Tigers. Boy, Guest has gotten really good at that over the past couple weeks. The hard count. And one of the Dragons wasn't watching the ball. He jumped, and that gives the Tigers a fresh set of downs at St. Genevieve's 42-yard line. And the Tiger fans love it. Here's a snap to Guest. He's going to hand it off. It comes to the outside. It's Sammy Bryant. Sammy's got room to the 30. Sammy with the blocker in front of him down the sidelines, and he'll have to cut it out of bounds. But that's going to be another first down run by Sammy Bryant. Spotted it right on the 20-yard line. A rush of 22 yards for Sammy. And the Tigers are right back at the red zone. 5:35 remaining in the first half. The Tigers look to take their first lead of the game. Ball will be spotted at the right hash at the 20. Here's Guest sending Lockridge in motion. He'll be a blocker for Jermonte. Jermonte cuts it back off tackle, and he looks like he'll get a gain of about 4. As the ball is spotted at the 17, gain of 3 on the play, so it's 2nd and 7. I said Lockridge, I meant Trayshawn Mays actually was the one blocking for Jermonte. Now Guest is going to spread him out 4 wide. Sammy's in the backfield. Guest looks to pass. He's going to pass to the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown, Tigers! Houston Clowers with a remarkable catch in the back of the end zone. Guest with an absolute bullet 17-yard touchdown pass from Guest to Clowers. And the Tigers have their first lead. Folks, go back and watch that one again. You can't make a better pass than that. The Tigers will go for 2. Up right now, 12-7. Monte goes in motion. He gets the ball. He cuts it right back up the middle. This time, 2-point conversion is good. With 4:52 remaining in the first half, the Tigers have now doubled up the Dragons. It is 14-7 Tigers, and we're getting loud here at Hopkey Field. We're going to take a quick timeout. Charlie, 30-second timeout, please.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville and at 511 East Elm in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Caruthersville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537.
Here's Donzel to kick off after the Tigers touchdown and 2-point conversion. It's a big kick. It's going to bounce past the return man, Schweigert. He's going to have to pick it up all the way inside the 5. Here come the Tigers. They've got him. What a kickoff by Donzel Foster. See, Schweigert went all the way back to the, it looked like the 3-yard line to pick it up. He got it all the way to the 9, luckily for the St. Genevieve Dragons. But either way, that's deep into their own territory as they have 91 yards in front of them. Now trailing the Tigers, who have scored 14 unanswered with 4:43 remaining in the first half. They're fired up here in Caruthersville, folks. I hope you're fired up at home, and you should be. I know I am. Now quarterback looking to pass to the right side. It is nearly intercepted, but overthrown again for Auden. It was Jermonte streaking across the field, nearly picked it off, but it'll just fall incomplete. Another pass of about, that time, 35 yards or so. But that's neither here nor there. That brings up 2nd down. Monte, who was starting out in the middle of the field, actually to the left side towards the left hash, came streaking all the way across the field and nearly picked that one off. And now the Tigers jump. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. That's easily understood. That was Rylan Harris, who had an outstanding game last week. Just got a little antsy, and I don't blame him after the 14 points put up by the Tigers to take the lead here. Back-to-back weeks, it's been a close first half. Last Saturday, actually, against Portersville. Tonight, Friday night, senior night, against the St. Genevieve Dragons. 4:36 remaining in the first half. It'll be 2nd and 5 after the penalty. Out of the shotgun, Ferranto looks to throw. He does throw. It's over the middle, and it's complete. He found Fly around the 47-yard line. He's tackled by Clowers. But it'll be a huge first down as the Dragons get across midfield on that pass and into Tiger territory. 4:23 remaining in the first half. Ball at the 48. Ferranto again under pressure. He throws. And oh my goodness! In and out of the hands of Jermonte Alexander. The pass was overthrown, and it was the intended receiver who actually knocked it out of the hands of Jermonte. Otherwise, that was a pick and probably going to the house knowing Jermonte. That's the third near interception by Jermonte. It brings up 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Tigers. My, oh my, that pass was right in the midst of Monte. Now the snap, Ferranto, he's going to pull it down, take it himself, and he's hit in the backfield for a loss.
Ferranto, number 10 on the quarterback keeper. Talk about Holston Tigers, it's a loss. A couple, 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
Looked like Rylan Harris got him first in the backfield. So the Tigers record their first sack of the evening. That makes it 3rd and 12. Rylan Harris, the first one to get back there. He made up for that encroachment earlier on this drive. Now it's 3rd and 12. Dragons trying to answer the 14 consecutive points by the Tigers.
Looks like the Dragons are going to elect to call a timeout.
As the play clock clicks down, it'll be a timeout. That is the first timeout taken by the Dragons. Each team has taken one timeout. So when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 12. The Dragons trying to do some kind of a drive from midfield. Defense looking to stop. 3:18 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back on the Boot Heel Sports Network.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
He goes to the right side, back to the original line of scrimmage is Germonte. May have got a yard out of the play past the original line of scrimmage. So it is 2nd and 9 now. 6-yard run by Germonte. Two minutes remaining in the first half with the Tigers up by a touchdown. 14-7, Caruthersville. Guess with just one man in the backfield, that's Sammy. He's looking to pass, he's going to dump it off. Actually, the pass is deflected.
The ball falls incomplete.
So it'll be an incomplete pass. Guess under duress in the backfield. And he was looking for Bryant. But the Dragons got into the backfield and knocked that one away. So that brings up 3rd and 9. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Guest looking to throw. Looking, throwing deep. And it is knocked away. Guest threw it into double coverage. It was intended for Quan McVeigh. He touched it, so did the defender. It looked like that was Charlie Corbett. And that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 9 for the Tigers. And here comes Hudgens to punt the ball away. Tigers up by 7. Back deep to return. Looks like Isaiah Basler for the Dragons. Hudgens takes a snap. It's a good one. Kick. High arching kick goes to the left side. It'll fall around the 30-yard line and be down there. Maybe actually down the 23-yard line. So another good kick by Jared. And there's a $1:35 remaining in the first half. Dragons go back on offense. Ball down by Oscar Dominguez. He does a little bit of everything. And this year he's got over 120 tackles, a fumbled touchdown recovery, and an interception. When I say he can do it all, I mean he can do it all. Linebacker extraordinaire for the Tigers. Now the Dragons on offense. Low snap. Looking to throw to the sidelines. It is knocked away. Trayshawn Mays got a hand in there. Ball was intended for Otten. And that stops the clock with 90 seconds. 2nd and 10 for the Dragons at the 23-yard line. They look persistent on the pass as we are running out of time in the first half.
Here to perform. We need you guys to go down next to the field house immediately. Thank you. Cub Club cheerleaders.
Sounds like the Cub Club will be putting on a performance at halftime. How the time flies. Well, my little girls used to be in that. Now the snap on 2nd and down. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Design play. He goes to the right side. He's going to have a first down and more as he gets across the 40-yard line and steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 1:24. That was a design quarterback draw out for Ferranto. So that'll move the chains for the Dragons as they look to get to midfield right now. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line of St. John. Well, how lovely it'd be for the Tigers to come up with another big play on defense and get on the board one more time before half. Ferranto in a screen pass out to Otten, but he's hit in the backfield and cleaned up. Trayshawn Mays had him by the feet, and then Oscar Dominguez was there to clean it up. Loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15 from the 33-yard line. Haven't seen that play, but maybe once so far by the Dragons. Just a quick dump off to the outside. Trayshawn Mays sniffed it out. Here we go, 2nd and 15. Ferranto looking to throw. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to throw it to a wide open Otten. Otten breaks off of 2 tackles. Now he's got it across midfield. Cuts it back and then goes out of bounds. Ball came out, but it'll still be Dragon football as Otten got all the way down to the 33-yard line. Quarterback Ferranto had all day to pass that one. So the Dragons, they're going to say the ball scampered out at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, 32 seconds. The Tigers need to stop. 1st and 10 for Ferranto and St. John. Fly goes in motion. There's a snap. Ferranto rolling out. Quick pass to the right side. He's got a man open right at the 30. Going down the sidelines is Otten. And he will step out. See, Moten pushed him out at the 20-yard line. That stops the clock as he was pushed out of bounds. 1st and 10, 24 seconds remaining in the first half. Man in motion for Ferranto. He rolls out left, looking, throwing to the end. He's got a man wide open. Absolutely nobody in the backfield. And he finds Otten standing all by himself for an easy 6 with 16 seconds remaining in the first half. Blown coverage by the Tigers. Because that was actually received by number 6, Wyatt Green. Looked like a 0, but Green with the touchdown. Again, he was standing all on his lonesome. And it looks like okay, St. John will look to tie it up here as Otten is in to kick. He was good on this first kick. This to tie it up with 16 seconds remaining in the first half. There's the snap. Kick. No, it is shanked to the left and no good. So, extra point, no good. Tigers will hold on to the lead for now with 16 seconds remaining in the first half. We're going to kick it, stay right here for the finale of the first half. That kick was just, you could see right from the boot, it was going to be no good, low and to the left. So the Tigers will hold on to a 1-point lead, 14-13. We are having ourselves a game on senior night. I was talking to a few of the St. Genevieve fans on the way in who I parked next to. I told them, I said, you guys take it easy on us tonight. And they said, well, actually, I think we're the ones that are going to need the luck. But St. Gen, I'll tell you what, they've showed up to play tonight as they trail the Tigers by just a point. The closest deficit by any opponent. Don't think about the Valley game. In every other game, the Tigers have led, let's just say, by more than 1 point going in to halftime. It is a 1 point lead, though. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Here's Otten back to kick off to the Tigers. 16 seconds remaining. Kick is a good one. It's going to be taken on the sidelines and making moves and stepping out of bounds. Gets to the 45-yard line. That was Terrence Jackson on the return. TJ, as they call him. That ran off 3 seconds. So they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. The 38-yard line. So 13 seconds remaining in the half. We'll see if the Tigers want to try something here as they lead by 1. And a breeze kicks in. Now on first down, handoff goes to Sammy. Cuts it to the outside. He's got blocks and he's tripped up. He'll be tripped up at about the 48-yard line. And I believe the Tigers are going to take a timeout. So when I said we'll keep it here, I lied. We're going to let you hear from one of our sponsors when I come back. 6 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville and at 511 East Elm in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees.
And on the final play of the first half, it is a handoff. Goes up the middle to Germonte, but he's hit immediately. And actually, the Tigers will take their final timeout with 1 second remaining. The Tigers did get a first down on the run. So the Tigers take their final timeout with 1 second remaining. The Tigers have 50.5 yards to go with a second remaining on the clock. In football, the buzzer means nothing. As long as the play is alive, the drive is alive. So this is the last play, barring a penalty. Guest with 4 wide receivers, trips to the right. Guest is going to look and pass. He's going to let one go down the sidelines. There's a man down there, but the ball was intercepted. Ball was intercepted. And that's how we go into halftime. Looks like it was just a bad release by Guest. It was intercepted by the Dragons. Took it back to about the 45-yard line, but was tackled, and that's how we go. And there's a flag. A flag was just thrown at the end of the play, and it looks like they're pointing at the St. Genevieve. Let's see what the call is here. Both teams headed to the locker rooms, and as they were, a flag was thrown, and it's against. It is unsportsmanlike against the Tigers, so that will go on the kickoff when we hit the third quarter. So for right now, we are at the half. It is Tigers 14, Dragons 13. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to let you listen to some sponsors, and then when we come back, it'll be Charlie Duck, Mr. Duckworth, with the stats of the first half. Take us away, Charlie.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0937 0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Caruthersville tradition. Great food and electrifying atmosphere and entertaining people. Come on in to Home Plate Bar and Grill, located at 1710 State Highway 84 in Hayti, Missouri. No matter if it's high noon or closing time, it's never too late to slide in to Home Plate.
Life is a balancing act, but banking doesn't have to be. First State Community Bank's new digital banking fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, putting you in control of your finances more conveniently than ever, so you can bank on your terms and your time. With credit monitoring, card controls, and sharing tools all at your fingertips, it might be time to celebrate. With First State Community Bank, banking is always in motion. Simplify your life and explore our digital banking today.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
So before Charlie gets to the stats, how about a little halftime entertainment by the Caruthersville Tiger Cub Club? It is a 14-13 game at the half. Tigers lead by 1. And apparently there was some jawing as both teams headed to the locker room, so there will be a personal foul against the Tigers, unsportsmanlike. It'll be tacked on to the kickoff as the Tigers kick off to the Dragons to start the second half.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville and at 511 East M in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Caruthersville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537. Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be. Hey, are you doing the jailhouse rock and would much rather be having a house party? You can call Moss Bell Bonds at 573-359-4935. or 573-333-2916. They're available 24 hours a day. Also having a payment plan and credit cards accepted. You can make bail 1 minute from jail. Freedom loss, call Moss.
So a wonderful performance by the Tigers Cub Club. And now I'm going to turn it over to Charlie Duckworth for the first half stats. Charlie, we got ourselves a football game here.
We certainly do, Jeremy. It has been a chippy, I could say insane first half, really. The Tigers just look like they are matched perfectly with the St. John team. St. John has came out here and pressured the Tigers. They have been slinging the ball a little bit. This is the most passes the Tigers have seen, second to Valley this year, and they have had some answers to it, but yeah, as you can see at the end of the half, they just let a couple wide open passes happen, and it led to that touchdown that made it 14-13. But on the other hand, the Tigers have been filling up the stat sheet today with their offensive output. Ryan Guess is 4 for 9 with a passing touchdown, 18 passing yards, 1 interception, which was that at the very end of the half. Jermonte Alexander has 2 catches for -4 receiving yards, 9 carries for 44 rushing yards, and a fumble at the beginning of the game tonight. Sammy Bryant has 1 catch for 5 receiving yards, has 12 carries for 108 rushing yards, including the rushing touchdown that made it 7-6 for the Tigers early on, as they don't have a kicker anymore. But he also has a fumble today, which was the other turnover at the beginning of the game for the Tigers. Keeson Clowers, 1 catch, 1 receiving touchdown, 17 yards on that touchdown by that sophomore. Jackson Napier has 1 fumble recovery actually too, which is pretty shocking to see a lineman on the offensive stat sheet today. Defensively, Oscar Dominguez leading the Tigers again in tackles. He only has 6 at the half today, but one of them's for loss. Rylan Harris and Trayshawn Mays both have 4 tackles. Both have 1 for loss, but Rylan Harris has that half of a sack, sharing that connotation with Kenyon Bogan, who has 5 tackles, 1 for loss, and also, like I said, had half a sack. Gavin Moten has 2 tackles and a forced fumble, which rolled out of bounds, as you remember. Also on the stat sheet here, Jared Hudgens just 1 tackle. Faison Taylor 1 tackle. That's a freshman right there on that kickoff that St. John muffed a little bit earlier. Keeson Clowers 1 tackle. Terrence Jackson 1 tackle. Jackson Napier has 3 tackles. Special teams-wise, Donzel Foster's been taking the kickoff duties today for the Tigers, as you saw in the Hayti game too. He has 2 kickoffs tonight. Jared Hudgens has 3 punts for 64 punt yards. My fault. Josiah Lockridge has 1 return, 3 yards. Demarion Rogers 1 return, 4 yards, and Terrence Jackson 1 return, 6 yards. But as we were talking about before these stats, it has been a chippy game. And if it wasn't for Portageville last week, this would be the Tigers' closest game of the year. This is a dogfight tonight. This is beautiful, actually. This is something that the Tigers really haven't experienced this year. Yeah, they need it before this playoff, as you just said.
So there you have it, the stats from Charlie Duckworth. He does it all behind the scenes, folks, and he's my man. We still have probably about just over 10 minutes before we go, so we'll take a quick break. We're going to leave it on the field, and we'll bring you the second half of football. It's the Tigers 14, the Dragons 13, here on senior night at Hopkey Field. So we're back on the Boot Hill Sports Network for the second half of senior night. The Tigers will have to kick all the way back from the 25-yard line as they got a penalty on their way to the locker room. Foster's kick is a good one, but does it stay in bounds? It does, and it bounces all the way down deep inside Dragon territory. Return man is knocked down. Ball comes out, and the Tigers recover it. The Tigers recover it. What a hit! Foster's kick. I thought it was going to go out of bounds. It stayed on the sidelines. It was finally picked up. And the Tigers say, what penalty, as they get the ball back. And they'll start inside the red zone. First and goal from the 7-yard line. We just had an explosion in Caruthersville. Charlie's telling me they tried to lateral on the return, and the Tigers took it. And here is Sammy Bryant. He's looking for room. Wide open to the left side, to the corner. Touchdown. 7 yards, untouched, and that's a touchdown, Tigers. Now this crowd is fired up. So they botched the return. They tried to lateral it, and the Tigers were there to knock down, drop on it at the 7. One handoff to Sammy Bryant, and the Tigers now lead 20-13. Unbelievable. Now we've seen it all. And we still got a whole half to go here, folks. Tigers increase their lead. They're going to go for, well, it looks like they're going to kick it this time. Kick is up. And no good. It looked good for a minute, but it went wide left. But that doesn't matter. 11:46 remaining in the third quarter. The Tigers pounce on the botch by the Dragons, and it's 20-13. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're fired up in here in Caruthersville. We'll be right back.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
I feel like this is a very fitting song for Caruthersville.
So Donzel Foster back to kick off after the Tigers score on a fluke touchdown. Now here's the kick. It's taken just inside the 30-yard line. Looking to return, but getting just across the 35 is the return. That time it was the Dragons' Mason Trollinger. Mason Trollinger on the return. He was stopped just across the 35-yard line, almost to the 40. We'll call it the 38. And that's where the Dragons will take over, now trailing by 7, 20-13 Tigers after a 7-yard touchdown by Sammy Bryant. Well, the way things turn in football, incredible. Handoff goes straight up the middle. Man is still on his feet. Finally wrestled down by Germonte just across midfield.
Number 2 on the carry. Somehow he gets through there. He's past the 50.
It was Matthew Bodine.
Tackle Alexander, 7. Trayshawn Mays, 60. Bogan.
On the carry, Matthew Bodine. He got enough for a first down into Tiger territory at the 48-yard line. Handoff. Nope, the quarterback keeper this time.
That's 10 on the quarterback keeper.
That was Ferranto. Went forward just across the 45 to the 44. There is a flag on the play. Here's the call. It will be tripping.
Personal foul, tripping.
A personal foul. And that goes against St. Genevieve. Somebody stuck the big foot out there. You can't do that in football. It is a personal foul, so that'll move the Dragons back into their own territory, all the way back inside the 40-yard line. Back to the 39, actually. So it'll still be first down, but first and long. So you thought the way the quarter ended with the personal foul, unsportsmanlike, and the Tigers kicking off, momentum maybe on the Dragons side, but not so much. Now a pitch back, and hit in the backfield is the runner, Owen Roth. He'll have a loss on the play. That'll bring up second and even longer. A loss of 2 or 3 on the play. Ball back to the 36-yard line. So that brings up second and 23.
Take it down, second and 26.
Some fresh legs in for the Dragons. See Isaiah Bassler back in the game. He's out wide alongside with Fly here to the short side. There's 2 other receivers on the far side. One man in the backfield next to the quarterback, Ferranto, in the shotgun. Motion man. And it'll be a pass to the outside. And we're going to call it complete. Right on the sideline, a short pass. And a flag at the end of the play. This is unsportsmanlike. I believe that's going to be a sideline infraction. The Tigers cannot afford that. They were looking. They've had the Dragons at a 3rd and 25. Another unsportsmanlike.
That unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be after the play. Play will count.
So after the play and marking off the penalty, ball will go back into Tiger territory for St. John at the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Dragons. Costly penalty by the Tigers. They've had a few of them tonight. A lot of emotions running high tonight. Let's put it that way. Man in motion for the Dragons, and the Tigers jump. That's going to turn a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 3.
Another 5-yard penalty. 3rd down, 3rd and 3.
So still just over 10 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers did come out with an early touchdown, a fluke play. Finished off by a run by Sammy Bryant, but now the Dragons are driving thanks to penalties. 3rd and 3. Ferranto takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Ryan's into his own man. Now he's in trouble. He is wrestled down. Did not get the first down. He did get to the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 1. Germonte chasing down the quarterback Ferranto. That brings up 4th and short and a decision time for the Dragons. And their regular punter, Fly, is lined up in wide receiver. Looks like they will go for it on 4th down, trailing the Tigers by 7. Big play. Tigers looking for a stop. Don't jump, Tigers. Handoff right up the middle, and he'll get the first down. Looks like it was the big man, Isaiah Bassler. There's a flag at the end of the play. That's what you're hearing in the background. So they got the first down on the carry. Personal foul against the Tigers. I've lost count, but I think that's a handful now. It was after the play. The play was good for a first down. Now they're going to mark off. Not sure what it was on, other than it was on the Tigers. Not sure who said what or who did what. But if it's the Tigers, if they're running their mouth, they've got to be quiet. That's going to move the ball all the way down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. They only trail by a touchdown and the PAT, 20-13. On first down and under center is Thornton. Hands it off. Right up the middle. And on his way to finally being wrestled down by Jermonte Alexander, that was Owen Roth. And it looks like he got enough to make it 1st and goal. The Dragons have 4 shots to get into the end zone and tie up this ball game. 1st and goal from the 10. Under center again, and handoff right back to Roth. Roth is hit immediately. Still fighting for it, but he's not going anywhere. He might have got a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Napier in on the tackle. Including Moten and Rogers.
Second down, 2nd and about 9.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. They're going to gain a 1 that time by Roth. This time it is Thornton. He's still under center. Turns around. Nope. Fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass. Under pressure. Now he throws it to the end zone. And it is a touchdown. Touchdown St. Genevieve. That was Fly, his 2nd touchdown catch of the evening. He was in coverage, but Lockridge got beat on the pass by the quarterback, Ferranto. And now the Dragons are a kick away from tying this game up with 7:46 remaining in the 3rd quarter. I do have an update from the Hayti game. Hayti at the half leading 26-6. That's just now into the 3rd quarter, so Hayti looking for back-to-back wins. And it looks like the Dragons are lining up for 2. They're looking to take the lead here, but there is a flag. False start against the Dragons. That'll move them back. And it'll make the 2-point conversion even tougher as they go back 5 yards. And now it looks like they might go for the kick, as they switch out the personnel, and Otten is back into kick, number 0. Late player coming in for the Dragons. So this will be a kick. Attempt from the 15-yard line makes it a 25-yard kick. There's the snap. Here comes the kick. It's up. If it's down the middle, it is good. We got a tie game with 7:46 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We are knotted up at 20 apiece. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break and be right back here on the Boot Hill Sports Network.
Hey, would you like your own slice of heaven? You can do that at Little Pizza Heaven in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or have it delivered. You can call 573-333-0490 or go by and see Christy and the gang at 503 Ward Avenue, Caruthersville, Missouri. A Caruthersville tradition.
Welcome back to Hopkey Field, where we are all knotted up 20 apiece. Didn't know what to expect coming into this game. I can't say this is it. St. Gen came to play here in Caruthersville, made the 2-hour and 15-minute trip or so. And right now we're all knotted up at 20 apiece in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the kickoff from the Dragons. It's just a little squib kick. Bounces into the hands of the Tigers at the 35-yard line. Still fighting for yards. It's McVeigh. McVeigh breaks off of a couple tackles. He's still on his feet. They finally blow the play dead. So forward progress will get McVeigh up to the 39-yard line. He never went down, though. Quan McVeigh, as that ball was squibbed. He'll spot it back at the 38. That's where the Tigers take over. This game is tied. It's 20 apiece, 7:36 remaining in the 3rd quarter. That's Chris Brown on the call tonight for Mark Manley, who's out of town. Chris Brown calling the Hayti game. Hayti leading by 20. Now on offense, Guest takes a high snap off and hands it off. Right up the middle goes Sammy. Sammy's got the 40. Sammy's at the 30. You can forget about it, baby. Sammy Bryant to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. No flags on the play. And that's how you answer. Sammy Bryant goes the distance. 62-yard run by Bryant. Not sure what the St. Gen coach is fired up about, but he is mad and letting the ref have it. So 62 yards to the house by Bryant. And now the Tigers lead 26-20. And it looks like a direct snap to Monte. Monte trying to get to the outside. He pitches it. And it goes. And good. 2-point conversion is good.
28-20. Tigers with the lead with 7:25 left to go in the third.
It was an option. The ball was a direct snap to Jermonte. He pitched it out, or kind of a shovel pass, out to Sammy Bryant for the 2-point conversion. Just like that, the Tigers are back up. It's 28-20, and we'll take a 30-second timeout. I'm going to have to get a drink of water or something. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Life is a balancing act, but banking doesn't have to be. First State Community Bank's new digital banking fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, putting you in control of your finances more conveniently than ever, so you can bank on your terms and your time. With credit monitoring, card controls, and sharing tools all at your fingertips, it might be time to celebrate. With First State Community Bank, banking is always in motion. Simplify your life and explore our digital banking.
So a 62-yard run by Sammy Bryant has put the Tigers up 28-20. Here's the kickoff by Foster. It's a good one. It's gonna, looks like it's gonna go out of bounds, and it is. That'll be an automatic flag. So will they have a re-kick, or the Dragons will take the ball? It'll be automatically placed at the 35-yard line as the kickoff goes out of bounds. That's just the rule in football. The spot depends on what level. So they'll walk the ball up to the 35-yard line. Tigers leading 28-20. What a game we have seen tonight on senior night. And at our next break, instead of taking a commercial, I'll go down the list of the seniors on the field tonight. Now to start things off on offense, Schweigert goes in motion. Looking to pass. With time, pass goes down to a wide open receiver at the 30-yard line. He's going to cut it back. And he's going to head down inside the 5 before he's finally wrestled down. And there is a flag. That one's coming back. Hey, we got one. A hold against, and I'm sure you could hear it at home. The entire crowd saw it, at least the ones in red and white. And luckily it was called. It was a blatant hold. So a pass that went all the way down inside the 5-yard line is going to come all the way back. And the Tigers catch a break. It's not a break when it's, you can't do that. So the big passing play is erased. And when I say blatant, I mean blatant. And this time they caught it. So after the penalty, it's 1st and 20 for St. Gen. They're back to their own 25-yard line. Whistle before the play. Delay a game against the Dragons. That'll push them back to a 1st and 25. So probably a little bit of frustration on the St. Genevieve sideline and on the field. Here comes another flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Dragons. Let me hear you, Seaville. So an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Dragons, and they are moving backwards in a hurry. As we approach the 9 o'clock hour. So they're going to take away the penalty. It'll be a sideline warning, much to the dismay of the fans, and one in particular. No names. It's me. So either way, it's still 1st and 25 after the delay of game and the hold. Thornton, high snap. Looks like he's going to take it himself, and he is. Finds a hole right up the middle, and he'll be taken down from behind to the 33-yard line. So he does get some of the yardage back. It'll bring up 2nd and long. Mays with the tackle. Trayshawn, the sophomore, all over the field. He's still got 2 more years we get to watch him after this season. 2nd and 12 after a 13-yard run by the quarterback, Thornton. Or excuse me, Ferrento. Now they're going to shift to the right side. Setting up looks like a screen, but now there's a flag. Taken down in the backfield for a loss. Rogers, that's Bigham with the sack. There was a flag before that.
Initial indication is going to be holding on the drive.
It was holding against St. Genevieve.
Tigers, I'm sure, are going to elect to decline that penalty and take the play.
As they look to the sidelines.
That is what they decide.
They do. They decline the penalty. They'll take the sack by Bigham, and that brings up 3rd and long. Ferranto just had nowhere to go, and then Bigham snuck in the backfield. Third and 23 after the sack by Rogers. Ferranto out of the shotgun. He's under pressure. He's going to run it himself, and he's got a wide open field in front of him. He's to the 40 and pressed out of bounds. Dominguez was rushing after him, finally forced him out of bounds.
Dragons are going to be just short with the first down. It's going to be 4th down, 4th and about 1.
And you could hear the PA announcer. He was just shy of getting the first down. That was a 22-yard run by the quarterback. Here's 4th and 1, and the Tiger crowd's into it now. Ferranto, he's going to go under center in I formation. Handoff, goes straight up the middle, and falling forward to the 50. And it'll be a first down for the Dragons. So the ball placed at the 49-yard line of the Tigers as the Dragons somehow get out of a 3rd and 23 situation. It was on the legs, the carry by the quarterback out of 4th and 1, and they converted on a handoff straight up the gut. And it's 1st and 10. Actually, it's the 49 of St. Gen, right at just shy of midfield. Fly goes in motion. And now quarterback rolling out, throwing to the sidelines, man wide open. He gets across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. Flowers in on the tackle. Another first down as the Dragons are moving, trailing by 8 with 5:22 remaining in the 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10 from the 38. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. What a game we've seen so far. Again, emotions running high from both teams. Play clock down to 3. Just gets it off. It was 4. I know, and it goes nowhere. Handoff and a motion man.
7 on the carry.
That was given off to Roth. Oscar with a tackle for a loss of 2. Bring up 2nd and 12 as the clock ticks down here in the 3rd quarter. 4:30 to go. Here's the snap. Rolling out is the quarterback. He's under pressure and going down. Finally, he got down. Big loss. And Bigham with his 2nd sack on this drive. 2 sacks. They call them Big'em. So that'll bring up 3rd and 20, I believe. All the way back to the 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Play clock under 10. It looks like they're going to change the play at the line now, sending Schweibert out into motion. Pass deep. Down the field. It was well over the intended receiver fly. He's asking for a flag. He's not going to get one. The pass was not catchable. And that'll bring up 4th and long. 4th and 20 for the Dragons. And it does look like Fly will go back to punt in the punting formation anyway, as they're at 4th and 20, barely across midfield. Jamonte back to receive. See if he can get it this time. It's a good one. Jamonte's going to watch it bounce, and it luckily takes a Caruthersville bounce. It'll bounce back to the 20-yard line, and the Tigers force a punt with 3:21 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Caruthersville up 28-20. Those seniors I mentioned on the field tonight, in no particular order: Captain Ryan Guest, TJ Terrence Jackson, Captain Jermonte Alexander, Gavin Moten, Amarion Truss, Evan Johnson, Captain Oscar Dominguez, Captain Kenyon Bogan, Willie Campbell, and then of course our managers Malachi Parrott and Caden Schoolcraft. Now on 1st down, handoff comes to the outside, and it is Sammy. That was Sammy. And he's going to get enough for a 1st down, a 17-yard run by Sammy, as he's right around 200 yards on the night. He had 108 at half, broke out a 7-yard touchdown and a 62-yard touchdown. That one goes for 17. So he's right at 200 yards. And we still got 15 minutes to go in the senior night football game. Guest in the shotgun, takes a snap, pitch, goes to Monte. Jermonte to the outside. He gets a couple good blocks. Jermonte will be wrestled down across the 40, almost to the 45. Good blocking out in front for Jermonte. They'll call it a gain of about 6 on the play. 6-yard run, 2nd and 4, as the Tigers hurry up to the line. Ball at the 43-yard line. Tigers up by 8. Looking to add to it. Got to get it into St. John territory first. There's a snap. And the handoff hit in the backfield. Sammy breaks off that tackle, and he's still going to lose a couple. He had his feet under him, but just could not get away this time. He broke one tackle and then was tackled. Loss of about 3 on the play. Or 5 on the play, excuse me. 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. As they'll spread them out. Guest. Gonna throw. Does throw. Over the middle. That pass is caught. And still on his feet and going. That is going to the house. Ryan Guest. Keyston Clowers with the touchdown. Guest second passing touchdown of the night. Keyston Clowers coming over the middle. He caught it around the 35, and then he was gone to the house. And the Tigers now lead 34-20, $1:32 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ryan Guest out of the shotgun, a bullet over the middle to Clowers, and Clowers did the rest. Now the Tigers line up for 2, looking to make it a 16-point game. This is the octopus play that we saw earlier. Jermonte fighting, but he's not going to make it. So the 2-point no good. How many yards on that pass, Charlie?
32 left to go in the
sorry?
3rd quarter.
That was a 62-yard strike from Guest to Clowers. And the Tigers have a 14-point lead over the Dragons.
And while we have a minute, we'll go over a couple statistics for the season. This is before tonight's contest, so nothing.
As the PA announcer Thomas Guest going over some of the stats, as Caruthersville has several players in the league leaders.
1,500 yards, 24 touchdowns. Jamonte Alexander, just over 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. Jamonte also has 8 interceptions on defense.
Over 1,500 yards for.
Over 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's combined passing and rushing. Kenyon Bogan sitting at 45 tackles. Jackson Napier sitting at 50 tackles. Rylan Harris sitting at 53.
You can hear it just player after player. Area leaders. Here's the kick from Foster. This time it's a short one. It'll be taken across the 30-yard line. And here come the Tigers. They're going to stop the run about maybe about the 38. And that's where the Dragons will go on offense, now trailing 34-20. A minute 28 remaining in the third quarter.
Tiger defender have over 100 tackles, and we still got several games to go, so that's impressive by Oscar.
Nice shout out to Oscar Dominguez, who's over 120 tackles on the season. So after the 2-point was no good, after the touchdown, a 62-yard strike from Guest to Clowers. It is 34-20. Dragons back on offense. A minute 28 remaining in the third quarter. Tigers with a full head of steam. See how the Dragons look to answer, but before they do that, they'll take a timeout. Hey, I'm going to do the same. I need to take a breath here. So with a minute 28 remaining in the third quarter, Tigers up 2 scores, now 34-20. Take it away, Charlie.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
So we are back
Thank you to the
again.
council and Miss Curry. They left me a little thank you.
A minute and a half remaining in the third quarter.
Also left Randy a thank you note as well for some of the stuff we do. Thank you, guys.
The Dragons will start from their own 39-yard line. As the Dragons burn their first time out of the second half. On 1st and 10. All alone in the backfield is the quarterback. He's throwing it deep, and nobody there. It falls incomplete. Pass was intended that time for Trollinger. Or excuse me. And as you heard Thomas, that is number 19. We do not have him on our roster. So we'll just go with 19. Incomplete pass. Good coverage downfield. Now it's Ferranto on second down. He's got 3 wide receivers to the left. And he's looking to throw. He does throw. He's got a man fly right wide open. He's across the 50 to the 45. Breaks off of a tackle. Now he'll be brought down at the 43-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down for the Dragons as they get into Tiger territory. As Fly was wide open over here on the sidelines, tackled by the man who just caught that ball in the end zone, or excuse me, caught the ball and took it to the end zone, and that was Clowers. So he's having another big game. Had a big game, big second half last week against Portageville. So 1st and 10 into Tiger territory at the 43-yard line. Passing game has at times been pretty effective for the Dragons. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Ferranto back to pass again, going deep. He has a man juggling it, and it is intercepted! Intercepted by the Tigers! And who else? Clowers! You talk about having yourself, or excuse me, is that?
I don't know who votes player of the game, but that's my player of the game.
There was.
I'm looking here on my list. I don't believe I've ever met Keyston personally. He's only a sophomore.
Keyston Clowers, an interception. It was juggled by the wide receiver. He kept juggling it, and finally Clowers took it away. Have yourself a game, Keyston. The Tigers back on offense. 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Unbelievable. The Tigers will take it deep in their own territory. I think we'll have a timeout taken by the Tigers as they talk it over, maybe catch a breath after that last play. So when we come back, just under 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Tigers, after the Clowers interception, will have a long way to go as the ball is spotted at the 2-yard line. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back for the finale of the third quarter.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
9 seconds remain after the Tigers timeout. Tigers have the ball. When I say deep, I mean deep into their own territory, but we'll take it after the interception by Keyston Clowers. Cheerleaders got this crowd fired up. The players got this crowd fired up. There we go on first down. Looks like Guest still on his feet. And here comes a flag. Not sure what the flag could be on. Quarterback sneak by Guest as he got it to about the 6-yard line, but there was a flag.
I'm not joking. I see some of y'all turning around. I can tell y'all don't watch NFL.
That was, as Guest is saying, that's the tush push, as they call it, running the quarterback sneak with a lot of help from his friends.
Foul on the Dragons.
Personal foul against St. Genevieve.
15-yard penalty assessed after the run.
So this is the second straight week. Last week it was a stop on fourth down, 4th and inches, where the Tigers were backed up into their own territory. A personal foul got them out after a short run. So now the Tigers are not, their backs aren't against the wall in the end zone. So personal foul against St. Genevieve. Again, frustrations just boiling over all night, both teams. Penalties aplenty here in Hopkey Field. 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Fresh set of downs for the Tigers. Handoff. Going nowhere. Hit in the backfield for a loss was Sammy. And that could be the final play of the third quarter. And it will be. So the Tigers and the Dragons will switch sides of the field. Listen to this crowd. Listen to the hand. They're on their feet in Caruthersville. So we head to the final 12 minutes on senior night, the final 12 minutes of the regular season. Barring anything crazy, the Tigers lead the Dragons 34-20, and we'll be back after this. Take us away, Charlie.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville and at 511 East Elm in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Caruthersville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Caruthersville tradition.
So it is 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Guest hands it off. Goes up the middle. Still on his feet is the running back. Still on his feet. He's getting blocks. And finally taken down. Alexander. That's going to be close to a first down.
Picks up about 8. It's going to be third down, third, and about 7, maybe 6.
They're going to call it a gain of 5 on the play. Or about 4.5, long 4, whatever. So that'll bring up. Actually, this is third down now. So on 3rd and 6. And a jump. Another hard snap by Guest. Got the Dragons to jump. That'll turn a 3rd and 6 into a 3rd and 1 just like that. As the Tigers will inch forward. And that actually makes it a first down. So that was just enough to give the Tigers a first down. 1st and 10 from the 24 now. That's the second time now Guest has got the line to jump to give the Tigers a first down. Now Guest send a man in motion. Sammy Bryant got the handoff. He breaks off of the first tackle, trying to get outside. Still breaks off of another tackle. He's still on his feet, but then finally falls down. And we'll see where they spot his progress. Looks like they will mark him down for a loss on the play. And Samuel will head to the sidelines for a breather again. He just stayed on his feet the whole time. He kept breaking tackle after tackle. But they're going to mark him down with a 13-yard loss on the play. And whistles, timeout. The Tigers will take their second timeout. So with 10:06 remaining in the game, the Tigers will take a timeout. They lead the St. Genevieve Dragons 34-20. And you're listening to the Boot Hill Sports Network. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Life is a balancing act, but banking doesn't have to be. First State Community Bank's new digital banking fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, putting you in control of your finances more conveniently than ever, so you can bank on your terms and your time. With credit monitoring, card controls, and sharing tools all at your fingertips, it might be time to celebrate. With First State Community Bank, banking is always in motion. Simplify your life and explore our digital banking today.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Thank you, Charlie. So we're back after the timeout taken by the Tigers. Big loss on the last play by Sammy. It was a 13-yard loss. The Tigers have talked it over. 2nd and 23. Deep in their own territory. Guest. No, that's a direct snap. Goes to Germonte. Germonte looking to set up some blockers. Germonte breaks off of a couple, and he'll get back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
That's Alexander on the carry.
So a direct snap.
Action going on, no flag.
I believe we have a flag on the play. Here comes a flag.
We're going to have an
Unsportsmanlike again against the Tigers. Coach is getting his money's worth. That's now at least a half a dozen. And Coach and one of the referees are still talking it over with. Coach G not happy. But after all these penalties, it's been chippy out there. We're under 10 minutes. And I'll tell you who gets the last laugh. You look at the scoreboard, the Tigers up by 14. Not sure what all is being said and done down there, but that is at least a half a dozen unsportsmanlike or personal fouls against the Tigers tonight. Brings up 3rd and extra long. The ball is taken by Germonte. He'll get almost to, let's call it the 17-yard line. So another flag on the penalty or on the play.
Again, the Dragons are going to decline the penalty.
The Dragons
Play will count every 4th down.
decline. And it will be 4th down.
I knew what I was talking about the first time.
Confusion on the play out there, as it looked like Dragons wanted to accept the penalty, then not, then did, and turns out it'll be 4th down, 4th and 17, and the Tigers will punt it away. Back to return. Looks like, I think Trollinger back to return. Here's the kick from Hudgens. It's up, shorter kick this time. It will bounce at the 39 and be downed at the 42-yard line. Down by Oscar Dominguez, and with 9-12, the Dragons take over on offense, and they've got great field position, excuse me. And there was a flag.
On the Tigers, that penalty is going to be declined.
Illegal formation, penalty declined. So the punt at the 42-yard line. And that's where the Dragons take over on offense. They're trailing the Tigers 34-20. Still plenty of time in this game, folks. 9 minutes to go. In a penalty-ridden game, to say the least. More on the Tigers than the Dragons, but that's neither here nor there. Out of the shotgun. Getting the play from the sidelines is Ferranto. He's all alone in the backfield with 5 wide receivers. He's going to bring the snap down, take it himself. This is worked in the pass. Ferranto spins off of a tackle down to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of around 7. Lockridge in on the tackle.
Gain of about 7, 2nd down and 3.
And that takes us down under 9 minutes to go. It is 9:21 on the clock, but 8:47 remaining in the game. Been a human night here at Hopkey Field for the final regular season game, senior night. Tigers trying to go 8-1 on the season. The Dragons trailing by 14 are driving deep in Tiger territory. Here's Fortin. He's looking to pass. He's going deep. He's got a man. And it is intercepted by the Tigers. Going the other way. Here it comes to the 50. Tigers still on their feet, and Clowers. Flag is coming in late, and this might come back. The flag is all the way down. Now, here's the thing. The pass was deflected. It went off the hands of a Tiger defender, and Clowers picked it. There was no contact, but I believe they're going to call pass interference on this one. So that one's going to come back. Clowers on the deflected pass. It was double coverage by the Tigers. The Tigers put their hands up. The ball went off the back fingertips and landed in Clowers' hands. He returned it across the 50, but they're going to say pass interference against the Tigers.
That's going to be pass interference on the Tigers.
So forget the interception and the big return by Clowers. And you can hear the crowd's reaction on that one. I'll stop. So it'll be 2nd and 3 now for the Dragons. Ball at the 30. Handoff. No, it's a quarterback keeper. He looks like he's going to should have just enough for a first down.
And on that stop, also 12 Rogers.
And he didn't get the first down. That'll bring up 2nd and short. Call it 2nd and 4. Back and forth we've gone tonight, but the Tigers do lead by 14, 34-20. We're in the fourth quarter, under 8 minutes to go. On 2nd and 4. Schweigert in motion, but it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's hit by, it looked like Oscar, and it looks like it will be maybe just shy. No, he got the first down. But he earned it as he was hit by Oscar Dominguez on that one. He should be up around 10 tackles or so or more. 12, make it a dozen for Dominguez tonight. But a fresh set of downs as the Dragons are in the red zone. Just over 7 minutes remaining. Dragons trail by 14. Now the quarterback all by himself is Ferranto. This goes up the middle. It'll get down to about the, we'll call it the 5-yard line.
6 on the carry. Tackle by 60, Kenyon Bogan.
Bogan on the tackles. The handoff went to Green, Wyatt Green. That'll bring up 2nd and short. As the Dragons hurry it up. Ferranto again in the shotgun, all alone. 5 wide receivers here on 2nd and 5. Looking to chip into the lead by the Tigers. They're up by 14. There's a snap. Ferranto rolling. He's under pressure. Still under pressure, still rolling. Finally just going to throw it away. Throws it out of the back of the end zone. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Great coverage by the Tiger defense. As Ferranto was in trouble too. Did the smart thing and just threw it out of the back of the end zone. Brings up 3rd and 5. I'll tell you what, if the Tigers come up with 2 stops here, you're going to hear this crowd erupt. Third and 5. Ferranto on the quarterback keeper, right up the gut. He's hit and stopped. May have got a yard or 2, but you better believe it, Oscar Dominguez in on the tackle. That's going to bring up a huge 4th down.
Going to bring up an important 4th down.
They're going to call it 4th and 3. Here come the Tiger fans. On 4th and 3, here we go. Ferranto. It's a fake, it's a reverse to the right side. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. A reverse caught the Tigers off guard. But there is a flag on the play. A hold against the Dragons. Touchdown, no good. And that'll push the Dragons back 10 yards on the hold. So they may not have got as fooled as I thought on the reverse. There was a holding penalty. No touchdown. 5:21 remaining in the game. So it is 4th and 12 now. Crowd getting lively again. Ferranto, 4 wide receivers. Waiting on the snap, and there it is. 4th and 12. Pass to the back of the end zone. It is caught, but out of bounds, and that's a turnover on downs. The Tigers come up with a stop. Ferranto, he was looking for one man. That man had 3 Tiger defenders on him. The pass was too long. And the Tigers take over on downs with just under 5 minutes to go. Tigers leading 34-20, and they got the stop they needed.
50-50 ticket winner, 462-676. 462-676.
As the fans look to see who the lucky winner is for a 50-50 raffle. So the Tigers take over at their own 13-yard line. after the incompletion. Here's a handoff. It's being cut back up the middle. Sammy may have lost a yard on the play. Or two. Lost a 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
I'm still waiting for the winner to come up here.
So there's 4:30 and ticking remaining in the game. Tigers up by 14. Lost a 2 after that last play by Bryant. Don't worry about it. He's got enough yards on the night to make up for it. Tigers will let the clock run down as much as possible. Guess is in the shotgun. He'll turn around and hand it off. Here comes Sammy. Sammy behind blockers. He cuts it back and gets across the 30-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And that'll take us all the way down to just over 4 minutes remaining in the game. There is no stop in Sammy Bryant. First down run.
All right, one more time on this ticket, and I'm going to draw again. 4, 6, 2, 6, 7, 6. We got it. Okay.
And we have a lucky winner.
Go ahead and walk in the press box.
So, 1st and 10 from the 31 for the Tigers. 3:40 remaining in the game. Guess takes down the snap, hands it off to Sammy. Sammy gets to the outside. Sammy down the sidelines. Sammy, he's gonna take it. 10, 5, that's Jermonte, excuse me. Alexander to the house. 69 yards from Jermonte Alexander. That, baby, is the nail in the coffin. Tigers now double up the Dragons. It's 40-20. Caruthersville with 3:28 remaining. Jermonte Alexander all the way down the sidelines. Tigers now up by 3 scores. Yes, ma'am. See what the Tigers, if they want to kick it or go for 2. 69-yard run by Jermonte. I thought I saw 3, but it was number 8. That'll put him over 100 yards on the night. Here's Foster to kick the PAT. Nope, it's a fake, but there's a flag. False start against the Tigers. It looked like Hudgens was going to roll out and throw it, but somebody moved early. That'll move the Tigers back 5 yards. They're still lined up to go for the PAT. See what kind of leg Foster's got. So this attempt will come from the 15-yard line. It makes a 25-yard kick. Hudgens on the hold. There's the kick. It's up. And it is wide left. No good. It had the distance, had the leg, but it's no good. Doesn't matter. The Tigers are now up by 20 with 3:28 remaining on senior night. Tigers 40, Dragons 20. We'll be right back.
Life is a balancing act, but banking doesn't have to be. First State Community Bank's new digital banking fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, putting you in control of your finances more conveniently than ever, so you can bank on your terms and your time. With credit monitoring, card controls, and sharing tools all at your fingertips, it might be time to celebrate. With First State Community Bank, banking is always in motion. Simplify your life and explore our digital banking today.
And once again, we want to thank all of our fine sponsors on the Boot Heel Sports Network. All season long, bringing you Tiger football. It's been a blast, and guess what? It's not over. Playoffs are coming up. Tigers lead by 20. It's 40-20 with 3:28 remaining in the game. The Tigers have run away with 20 unanswered. Here's the kickoff, but flags first. Surprise, surprise.
40 kick flag on the play.
Check the flag.
It's going to be a delay game on the Tigers.
Delay game on the Tigers. That'll push the kick back 5 yards. I have lost count of penalties, but I know it's been a bunch. That's all I can say about that. So this now will be kicked off. Move up to the 35-yard line. There's the kick. It's a squib. Bounces. Now the ball's loose at the 20. And looking to make something is Fly. Fly is hit hard at the 25-yard line. After a 5-yard return, the Dragons will take over from their own 25. .3:21 remaining. Dragons back on offense, but they trail by 20. Looks like the junior varsity will come in. These seniors have earned it. Senior-led team by the Tigers. Here's a snap to the quarterback. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll have a loss on the play, loss of a couple.
2 Carter again on the stop. Also 11. Moten. Loss of 2, second down, second and 12.
Second and 12. And I don't have the new quarterback is not on my roster, so sends a man in motion. Still going to take it himself. Number 1 takes it to the outside, and he's hit for another loss.
23, Donzel Foster on the tackle.
Foster made the tackle. All right, man. Thanks for everything. So we don't have the name of some of these JV players that have checked in for St. Gen. As we're under 2 minutes to go, the Tigers are going to move on to finish the season at 8-1. St. Genevieve will drop to 5-4. Have to check some scores. Not sure on the Valley score tonight. Not yet. Tigers coming in at 7-1, just like Valley. Now the quarterback is rushed in the backfield, but he gets a pass off and a big hit at the 20-yard line. The hit at the 20 came from Chamarian Spain.
Tiger fans, it's playoff time next Friday night. We'll be back here at home.
Carter, excuse me.
Who will play. We should find out tomorrow morning.
So the crowd starting to file out with a minute to go. High snap on the punt. Goes into the end zone. That, my friends, is a safety. Whether the Tigers will tack on 2 points as the punt attempt. Ball went flying over the kicker's head and into the end zone. That's where he was tackled for a safety. That makes the score 42-20 with under a minute to go. Should be where we finish up the evening. So the seniors get to watch their predecessors.
Well, seniors, I know we'll play back here again next Friday night. Hopefully we'll win that one, and we'll play again here the next Friday after that. It's been an honor.
Hear the announcements.
This year.
The Tigers will make the playoffs. They will have 2 home games. We don't know who we're playing yet. Another list of the seniors going on here, and we'll do the same before we go off the air. 42-20, the Tigers come up with a safety, and that'll mean that St. Gen will have to kick off back to the Tigers. Back to receive some names I haven't called all year probably, or just a couple times. Jeremiah Jackson, one of the deep men, trying to see the numbers of these youngsters, the future of the Tigers. Looks like Jamarian Carter back to receive as well. They will send out their kicker, Otten. Or maybe not. Yep. Little confusion. After the safety, it is a drop kick punt, and it'll be taken at the 41-yard line. Here comes one of the Tiger youngsters. He gets down the sidelines. He gets all the way across the 30-yard line. A nice return by Jeremiah Jackson. The freshman running back. He also plays on defense, a DB and linebacker. So 47 seconds remaining. The Tigers are taking this one home. Tigers will move to 8-1. St. Genevieve Dragons will fall to 5-4 on the season. They put up one heck of a show in the first half, but once again, as we've seen all season long, the second half was a whole different story as the Caruthersville Tigers ran away. And congratulations to the seniors on a remarkable regular season in 2024. 8-1. With just the one loss to Valley Catholic, and there's a good chance we'll get to see them again. The Tigers have revenge on their mind. Tigers in victory formation, take a knee. So one more of those, and that is the end of the game. Tigers will win 42-20 on senior night, the final regular season game at Hopkey Field for the 2024 season. The Tigers will go perfect at home on the season, 4-0, as both teams will meet at midfield. We'll see some good sportsmanship. So this game had just a little bit of all of it. We'll be back here Friday night for the playoffs.
We'll see you next Friday night.
Good to see the coaches meeting at midfield. Everyone's shaking hands after what was a chippy game, to say the least. There it goes. We're down to 0 seconds. The game is final. So is our final broadcast of the regular season for the Caruthersville Tigers. But the Tigers are in the playoffs. They will play again Friday night. All the brackets will be official as of tomorrow afternoon. So we'll take a quick timeout while Charlie gets the stats together. We'll come back and recap the game, and that'll do it for now. We'll be back after a few words from our sponsors on the Boot Hill Sports Network.
Hey, would you like your own slice of heaven? You can do that at Little Pizza Heaven in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or have it delivered. You can call 573-333-0490 or go by and see Christy and the gang at 503 Ward Avenue, Caruthersville, Missouri. A Caruthersville tradition.
Life is a balancing act, but banking doesn't have to be. First State Community Bank's new digital banking fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, putting you in control of your finances more conveniently than ever, so you can bank on your terms and your time. With credit monitoring, card controls, and sharing tools all at your fingertips, it might be time to celebrate. With First State Community Bank, banking is always in motion. Simplify your life and explore our digital banking today.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville and at 511 East M in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Caruthersville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537. Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
Welcome back to Hopkey Field after another Tiger victory as they finish the regular season undefeated at home. This game against the St. Genevieve Dragons, it was a chippy game from the start as Jermaine Crothers was ejected early in the game. But let's talk about these stats here. Ryan Guest finished 5 for 10 with 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 80 passing yards, and 1 singular rushing yard. Demarion Rogers finished off the game at quarterback, took the knee, -3 rushing yards. But defensively, he had a heck of a game. Jermonte Alexander had 2 catches for -4 receiving yards, 14 carries, 156 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and a fumble early in the game. Sammy Bryant also 1 catch, 5 receiving yards, 18 carries, 174 rushing yards, a 2-point conversion, 3 rushing touchdowns, and a fumble, including an octopus. I've been waiting all year to say someone's had an octopus for the Tigers. This is beautiful. Jackson Napier, 1 stat offensively, a fumble recovery early in the game. And Keaston Clowers, that sophomore, oh my lord, I had him in classes before. He has always been a good kid. 2 catches, 2 receiving touchdowns, 79 receiving yards. Defensively, Oscar Dominguez led the Tigers for quite possibly the 30th game in a row. Who knows at this time. 13 tackles, 2 for loss. Also, Kenyon Bogan, 8 tackles, 2 for loss, half of a sack. Rylan Harris, 8 tackles, 3 for loss, 1.5 sack. Trayshawn Mays, 8 tackles, 1 for loss. Amarion Truss, 8 tackles. Jackson Napier, 6 tackles. Jermonte Alexander, 6 tackles and a pass deflection. Gavin Moten, 7 tackles, 1 forced fumble. Demarion Rogers, as I mentioned, he was a highlight reel defensively today. 7 tackles, 4 for loss, 2.5 sacks, and a safety today. Keaston Clowers had 3 tackles and an interception. He would have had 2 if 1 didn't get called back. And let's just list off these freshmen that also got in on the fun. Faison Taylor, 1 tackle. Donzel Foster, 3 tackles. Jamarion Carter, 3 tackles. Kentravius Key, my fellow Packers fan, 1 tackle. Donzel Foster also took over kicking duties for Jermaine Crothers today. 6 kickoffs, 0 for 2 on PATs. Jared Hudgens, 4 punts, 97 punt yards, which is his high since Valley, and very different games for the Tigers in both of those. Josiah Lockridge had 1 kick return for 3 yards. Demarion Rogers had 1 kick return for 4 yards. Terrence Jackson had 1 kick return for 6 yards. Quan McVeigh had 1 return for 3 yards. And Jeremiah Jackson, the freshman, at the end of the game on that safety, a return for 30 yards, I counted. And that's it for the regular season for the Tigers as they await tomorrow and the results of tonight to see who they play in the first round. It's either Valley lost tonight, and I believe they get a bye if Valley loses, because it will be Valley will be 7-2, Tigers will be 8-1. If Valley loses, Tigers get a bye. If Valley wins, the Caruthersville Tigers play at Hopkey Field next week, Friday night.
Thank you, Charlie. That's right. I do believe from just the birdie on my shoulder, I believe Valley did win tonight. So they'll get the first round bye. The Tigers will take on the number 7 seed in the first round matchup, and the Tigers will get 2 home games. So we'll focus on Friday night. There's a good chance that it's Kelly, but I don't have the scores in front of me. Everything will be official tomorrow, folks. Let's focus on the game tonight. It was back and forth. It was an absolute chippy shootout. Lots of stuff you don't really want to see on the field. But in the end, both teams met at midfield and shook hands, and that's all that matters. Unfortunately, we had one ejection in the game. We have not seen that. Something I have not called, believe in 4 or 5 years. So there's some things are unfortunate. Lots of penalties out there tonight. But in the end, the game ended up pretty clean. And congratulations to the seniors on one hell of a season, finishing up 8-1 on the regular season, 4-0 at home, 4-1 on the road as they head into the playoffs. They've made so many memories, and I got to tell you, if you didn't get to see the coaches show Wednesday night, these guys are an absolute pleasure. They make my job, and I'm sure Coach G's job, and the rest of the coaching staff so much easier. They're great guys. They're great kids. They're fun to be around, and these are some athletes. These are some absolute 5-star athletes that we are blessed to get to see each and every week, and we thank the sponsors for making that happen. We thank all the fans for tuning in, clicking, liking, subscribing. If it weren't for you, we couldn't do this, folks. And don't think that I'm saying goodbye, because I'm not. We're going to be right back here in just 1 week's time for playoffs. But this is the final game of the regular season. And like I said, what a season it was as the Tigers finish up 8-1, SEMO Conference South champions. And I don't know if there's really much else to say. Charlie covered it with the stats. Is what we've seen all year long. Big offensive pouring. And the second half, once again, was completely owned by the Tigers. And how about being capped off by a safety? Just the nail was already in the coffin. It just got drove down a little bit deeper. But the Tigers are at midfield. I'm sure there's some tears out there. I've given you just about all the voice I can give you tonight. I'm going to go home and rest. I hope everyone, thank you so much for tuning into the Boot Hill Sports Network. And Charlie's going to go home and watch Boise State football. So, we'll wrap it up. From Caruthersville, from Hockey Field, final score of the regular season, the Tigers take down the Dragons of St. Genevieve 42-20 on senior night. I'm sorry? There you go. Charlie, see, he's got one good one every night. He just came up with it. The Tigers slay the Dragons. So, for Charlie Duckworth and the entire team of the Boot Hill Sports Network, for Chris Brown and Mark Manley, who's out of town, we're going to say good night from Hockey Field. We will see you next Friday night right here. Pregame at 6:45, kickoff at 7. It's the playoffs on the Boot Hill Sports Network. Good night. See you next week.